Hello everyone and welcome to episode 42 of Retry. Today we're going to be looking back at one of my personal favorites. Holy crap, this thing actually has like 4 minutes of story intro before you even get to the title screen. What the hell are we going to talk about? Oh, this is great. Yeah, just now being developed is the only technology that can save us. Don't you love that in sci-fi movies? Armageddon comes and basically they just magically make up a time machine or the exact technology needed. Whoa, wait a minute. Shouldn't that be John Connor? I think they got the name wrong for the guy that has to save us from the computer that's trying to start World War III. So this is what we're looking at here. We've got a virus that's taken over the only world defense computer that controls nuclear missiles. Smart plan there, guys. And then Scott O'Connor needs to go into the computer to try to destroy the virus and save us with this experimental technology, and nobody has any clue what it's going to do to his brain. Of course it works though. Could you imagine if you read this entire intro just to find out that he dies and the world dies? Welcome to episode 42 of Retry. Today we're going to look back at another of my personal favorites, Kabuki Quantum Fighter, released by HAL America for the original Nintendo in 1991. Right away when I was a kid, I knew I was in for something special. It's pretty awesome introducing your character by a movie. I mean, how many NES games actually did that? I mean, you have a 4-minute introduction to the story, the plot, and the characters, and then right after pressing start, you get introduced to your hero. It just looks awesome. The Kabuki were actors in ancient Japan that were very well known for their heavily painted faces. And when Scott O'Connor enters this computer virus system, his persona changes appearance to match that. He begins to see that the entire world has changed and warped to look like an organic virus, and he has to fight through all these monsters just to get back control. It really gave Kabuki Quantum Fighter a unique look. The game was part sci-fi with technology and gears and cogs, but at the same time it was also very organic. So aside from having an extremely out-of-this-world plot, Kabuki Quantum Fighter is kind of a pretty standard NES 2D side-scroller. Beat the level, get to the boss, beat the boss, and then you get a new item. You get a new sub-weapon, which you can cycle through by hitting the select button. Your standard attack is using your hair, but you can also crouch and punch, and whenever you're hanging from the ceiling, you can even throw off a kick. The chip meter registers how much of your special moves you can do. The more chip meter you have, the more fireballs you can use to throw at enemies and bosses. After you beat each level, a certain amount of your life and chip meters get replenished before starting the next one. On top of getting more special weapons to use, beating the boss actually gives you more of the story as well. My attack is over 904 right now, so I'm clearly pimping it, and I'd like to think that this shot is the last thing the boss saw before he died. A little nutmeg. Just for you. Apparently during the early 90s, the hairstyle of Scott O'Connor here saw a little bit of popularity in some of the more fashionable districts of Tokyo. I gotta say, man, we had mullets. I really can't make fun of it. Kabuki Quantum Fighter was made by Human Entertainment, which is the company also responsible for the Clock Tower series and Fire Pro Wrestling series, so they've achieved some pretty decent success. I'll tell you, this is one of the more punishing games I've had to go back and play from my childhood on the original Nintendo. You know, sure, there are harder games, there are games that are even impossible, but this one, everything seems almost doable, but it's so punishing. Every little mistake you make, every missed jump, they punish you and take some of your life. Like here, how was I supposed to know that guy was there? You don't, so you just take the damage. But I guess that's just the way with a lot of classic gaming. It's trial and error. I mean, this game only has 6 levels, so if you could blow through it in one sitting, you never would have gotten your money's worth. Even though Kabuki Quantum Fighter is one of my personal favorites, I can assure you it's not a lot of people's personal favorites. Again, I already mentioned that the difficulty is insane. It's extremely frustrating at times, it can be cheap, and you only get 2 continues, so you can only play for so long before they send you all the way back to the beginning. The bosses start straightforward enough, but I can tell you, they get insanely cheap and extremely frustrating as the game moves on. This game was developed by Human Entertainment, but it was released in the United States by HAL of America. Word is that HAL America got their name from the HAL 9000 computer in the movie 2001 that's completely insane. I would say that's a pretty appropriate company to release Kabuki Quantum Fighter, which is about a virus that's trying to destroy the world. Now you see me here working on the 3rd level, and this is the requisite climb to the top and try not to get knocked all the way back down. But I can tell you, this level is just brutal. I love the music, I love how it looks and the graphics, but it is so brutally difficult. I mean, you see me miss jump after jump. I have a fail video that's dedicated to just me screwing up on this level alone. Anytime here you think you can take a break, well, you're wrong. You can't. It's just brutal. There's death all around you. One of my biggest criticisms of this game is that there are no checkpoints. It's just insanely difficult, and at any point, if you die, you go all the way back to the beginning of the level. I mean, seriously, good lord, that is ice. You can slip off the ice and go straight into the spikes. I mean, words fail. I mean, there's a flamethrower, and there's some ice I gotta jump on. Great. There's not a lot of games out there that feature the spikes, lava, ice combo. Oh, excuse me, and moving platform combo as well. And the first time you actually make it to the boss and he kills you, you lose. Oh, and conveyor belts too. I'm sorry, I missed that. Conveyor belts, flamethrowers, lava, ice, gears, spikes, wall hanging. It's just a nightmare all the way around. But yeah, first time you actually make it to that boss, oh my god. If you die and have to start back at the beginning of this level, you will absolutely lose your shit. So what's bad? You got limited continues and an insane difficulty. But what's good? Very rewarding gameplay, incredible music. Pound for pound, this game had some of the best music the original Nintendo had to offer. You've got a very unique art style, you've got a hero that's basically created right out of your imagination, and a cybernetic world that defies explanation, that has both organic and technological danger. I would definitely say if you're fans of the more challenging original Nintendo games like Ninja Gaiden, I would say Kabuki Quantum Fighter is definitely worth picking up. If that isn't your cup of tea, definitely stay away from this one. It is brutal and punishing, so although I personally love it, I can't recommend it to everyone. Now if you want to track down this great game, unfortunately, eBay is your only shot. That's the bad news. The good news is, oh my god, it's so cheap. Seriously, you can pick up this game for like $5. Everyone's like, oh, it's so amazing, it's so much fun, you're gonna love it. When in reality, it's more like, please, please buy it. I can't stand it anymore. I can't stand losing. Ironically, HAL of America, the company that distributed this game in the United States, is no longer in business, but one of their former presidents, Satoru Iwata-san, is now the president of Nintendo, so I guess they were doing something right. Thanks for watching. For VideoGameSaga.com, this is Tony B, and I'm out. Retry? You know it.